oh wow, this is one of the most loved cards in the deck. Be grateful, you have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. Magnificent card to start your reading, and it sprung the energy of that heart into its action as well. So when we are grateful, we feel peaceful, we feel calm, we feel the energies of love and happiness and bliss, if you like. This card can often represent the happy home. It can represent attending happy events such as engagements or weddings or celebrations or the birth of a baby. It can be about moving into a new home or moving into a home environment that the vibrations are happier. So sometimes this can mean the clearing of air. If there have been tensions in a home, then things could be cleared. There might have been restrictions or arguments or even people who weren't able to come together for various reasons. And it could have been things like the last year and a half, the COVID issue. You may have been kept away from family members or loved ones, and this could be coming into a happier zone right now. Some of you may be meeting again, you may be meeting up and you haven't seen each other for a long time, or there may be less restrictions around the gatherings. There may be that you are blending houses together. Some of you could literally be shifting into a new home. This is very much a card of a new house. It can also represent making over a house, so renovations that could be going on, making your home, more beautiful or more modern, or spending money on it. It really is a fantastic card to have jumped out for the first one of your reading as we move into what a lot of astrologers are classifying these eclipse periods. The May and June period is quite intense. They're saying there's a lot of very arduous or difficult planetary convolutions going on, threading through the backgrounds. So a wonderful card to focus on, as I say, for your first card. It really is absolutely beautiful. I'll continue shuffling over here. You can focus on that and feel whatever area of life this might be coming in for you. That heart could literally, for some of you, resemble the making up of the heart, like heart relationships, healing of heart relationships, if there has been any distance or trauma or anxiousness or anxiety or arguments around it. Or it could be just blissfully reuniting love into your life, or engaging it, activating it, bringing it in at a deeper level. There's a rainbow quartz there as well to bring in the heart. And there's another couple of hearts in the background just behind it. So I think it might be a fairly emotional time for you guys. Let's see what else is here for Pisces for June. There's another jumper coming. The Four of Pentacles. Manage your resources wisely. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save. Help those out who are less fortunate. Oftentimes that card can literally represent you think that your money might be tight, or you can be a bit worried about it. But in reality, you actually have sometimes more than you feel when that card comes out. Now, I've also seen this card turn up when people can get an invitation to attend an interview for a job and be considered as a good applicant within that job. So if any of you are seeking change of employment or even a new job, make sure your CVs are up to date and the very best they can be, because that's the type of energy you need to get that interview process going. It can also represent money given to you from someone within a family, like not necessarily an inheritance, but sometimes a loan or money gifted to you that sometimes has an attachment, like an auntie or a grandmother who might gift you some money, but they say, look, I'll happily loan you the money for your car, but I'd like you to come visiting. And you have that sort of tie with the money that comes if it's loaned to you. Then we have the Nine of Wands. So we've got a lot going on here, even though I said I felt that there could be emotions in the background, which we had with the heart when it spun the heart around, and this is very much an emotional card. The Wands are also very much about our career sector or our creative aspects in life, and so are the Pentacles. So for some of you, this may be referring to a career or your finances or something that you're doing in that realm of life. This Nine of Wands says protect the fruit of your labours, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, and environmental conservation. So when it says protect the fruit of your labours, this one over here also says manage your resources wisely. So there is a little bit of a message going on behind here at a hidden level, if you like, telling you guys to be a little bit cautious with your money as we move into June. And it could be that some of you were planning a big spend. Maybe you've been wanting to purchase something that's a big ticket item, like a house or a car or an overseas trip or some sort of medical or health intervention, and you were thinking of spending money on it. It is saying to be a little bit careful. So do some due diligence around whatever it is that you're thinking of buying or spending money in, or even investing in. If some of you were thinking of getting into investments, whether it was things like cryptocurrency. The next one is your Five of Wands, opposing goals arising from differing options, feeling at odds with yourself or others, and overly ambitious people around you. This card often does mean that there is competition. And interestingly, I think that this thing up here could be meant to be a bee, but I actually think it is a wasp. So there could be a sting around. Now, this one can also be referring to career options or just people in and around your life. And when it says overly ambitious people, quite often that means this competition that's around. If you're vying for something, whether it be people's attention or a job prospectus or career opportunities, there are other people who want the same thing as you. So you need to be well prepared. And I said that before up here about your CV, if some of you are applying for jobs. Look, it's not just jobs. It could be things like applications for immigration or applications to purchase a house. If you are wanting to buy something, other people are wanting the same thing you want. If you're attracted to a person, other people are attracted to that person. If you're wanting to invest money, others are investing in the same thing. So you may not make as much potential profit as you anticipate. I think this is like a bit of an underlying message that's coming through. I'm not sure if now is the right time to go out and, expand in the realm of your financial purchasing or the dividends or the things that you're wanting to do. Now might be a time to do more homework or looking into the way you want to invest or how you earn your money. It might also be even things like pay rise or promotions within a company. There's some people out there who could be a bit combative or hiding some agenda. Like, do they want more? Do they want you to have less? There's some of that going on within a collective. I don't know if it's your immediate family. It feels more like a group collective that we're talking about. And for those of you that in the workforce, it could represent that. And if it's not a workforce, then this could be a creative project or idea or mindset. And it could be a community of people you associate with. Anyhow, let's see what else came. The Ace of Summer is a beautiful card to get, and it's a very revered one in the deck. This is the gift of love, and we had the two hearts up there, and they're sort of close there to the Ace of Summer. So she says, open your heart to love. The beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. So it's a very broad card, but like any ace, the aces are what we all desire to see in a reading. And it's a wonderful thing when they come in. These two cards in particular are very positive and uplifting, and they both have this energy field of love protecting them. So there is love within this reading of June for you guys? And is it love of the self? Is it love of life? Is it love of your family or people or new love coming in? If some of you have had a relationship that you've been working on that needed some healing or some sort of uplift or some change in direction, there's a possibility that this could happen. This Ace of Summer or Cups can also be like a gift. When she says here, awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies, this can be a time when you are profoundly active in your imaginings or creative pursuits. And we've seen a lot of creativity with all of these Wands cards that have come out. So some of you might be on the cusp of amazing ideas or concepts. You might be designing something or bringing something into fruition. And this could be for your career, or it could be for your creative sector. Some of you may be becoming artists or creating art or creating a written document or creating or engineering something or structuring something. And this could be coming too from this Ace of Summer. There is definitely love in the air when this card comes. There's also fertility and conception of ideas or even pregnancies. New love coming into your life, lovers that turn up. Then we have the Release card, and underneath we have the Queen of Spring. So again, do you see how many of these Wands cards we have come in? So much creativity and potential here, and possibly for some of you, so much talking about your careers or this creative aspect. And the thing is, Pisces, you guys are incredibly creative. You have this realm within you to pull from the etheric or the psychic realm, the cosmic energy field. And I think that's where a lot of Pisceans get their ideas from when they're really connected at that high-end level. That's how you can pull in these ideas and bring them into this timeline and turn them into creative products. The Queen of Spring is a Wands person often in reality. So there might be a Wands person around you who you are dealing with. For some of you, this could be this connection of love. It could be a family member or someone who you love dearly. It could be someone who is in your creative world or in a career world. So she could be a new boss, or she could be a new employee, or someone you are going into a business with. It says brilliant, loyal, talented and friendly. But then it says believe in yourself. Wonderful people who want to help you and maintain a balance between work and home life. So again, we've got this message about balancing out these ideas or this concept or this work, you know, like opposing goals over here from differing opinions. Some of you need to bring more of a work-life balance in. You need to somehow balance up this joy and bliss and this Ace of Summer to overhear these creative ideals or work that you're doing in the background. Some of you might be spending more time on these ideas or projects, and there might be a message in here for you to focus also on the personal relationships in your life. If we look at this card, this is your major arcana, the only one that's come out. This is release, let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities and time to move on. So the release card is the death card. We'll pop that down there. We know that the death card means new beginnings. And if we look at the position that it takes up, it's sitting right bang smack in the middle of the other 6 cards that arrived, and under it are these 2 crystals and also the Ace of Cups. So if we look a bit deeper into that, we could say that you are releasing something about a pattern, or perhaps something that you have loved, and it might have been relationship-wise. You are releasing it, and they're asking you to move on from the past and look towards the future. It's time to move on. When the major arcana comes out and the death card comes out, it should have been called rebirth or birth of something new. It's sitting on top of, and it says down here, open your heart to love. So if some of you have been closed off to love, or you've been afraid to love, or you've been hurt by love, if there's been trauma in the past in the heart area, then this is a time, especially in these times of immense change, and especially on the cusp of these eclipses that have just happened to allow this new energy to come in, because it seems to me that this is the time, a very powerful timeline where it could take you in a whole new direction. So again, love can be love for anything. It can be love for life, love for another, love for the self, love for concepts, spirituality. Love encompasses every single thing. So depending on how this message calls to you, what is it that it's asking you to release, but to allow love to come in its place and to move forward. And some of it will be through ideas or epiphanies that are opened up to you. You may stumble across something completely unintentional. It may occur. It may come in suddenly, unexpectedly. It may be like an overflowing of concepts or ideas or constructs or energy or newness or a new love coming in. Those two cards sitting on top of themselves with this energy in here of these crystals amplifying the two messages are very powerful, especially given that what's underneath is this magical Ace of Cups. So something in there for you guys to think about. There's certainly feel to me to be plenty of career perspectives. They're talking about money as well, finances. They're also talking about this new opportunity or ideas and letting go of something from the past and being prepared to open up to not being afraid to try something new. That if you do, it could be a turning point, like a major turning point in a new direction of where you're headed. So we'll put those ones to the side and we will have a look at what the next deck are that's coming through for you. Entrepreneurs. So in more than any sign, you guys are the ones that I often find are self-employed. You have the complete capacity for it, the ideas, which we've just talked about before. And again, this can be ideas coming in like this amazing concept or construct. And for some of you, we said this is about work or career. Perhaps some of you are embarking on or have an idea for being self-employed, and this is the newness that we're talking about. And the release could be the fact that you are releasing yourself from a previous employment concept or a career that you've been on. So you could be contemplating a whole new career change here. There are, as I said, so many different ways that this could be playing out. Oh, look, there's one sitting down there. Reward yourself. Don't forget to play a little bit in life and to engage in rewarding yourself. And it doesn't have to cost money if you're short on money, but taking time to meditate or enjoy music or going for a walk somewhere beautiful beside an ocean or in a forest, or listening to birds, or watching a movie, or reading a book, going for a facial, or going out for friends with a coffee. Any of those are rewarding yourself. So make sure you do that. Don't be all work and no play. And I think that was one of the messages you received earlier as well. So for Pisces, June, oh goodness, that was a big, moved it out of the way in a hurry. Relationship, coming into the light with a relationship. So if something has been challenging, it might be moving now into a more positive phase, so that you might feel something is lifting. You might be learning more about a relationship or how it's working or how you feel about yourself. There's change coming and there's lightness coming. There's the ocean. I said before, reward yourself with time out or spending time beside the sea, which of course makes sense since you're the water sign energy, and the oceans and the water really do help to engage your energy fields too. For anyone, spending time by the ocean or water is very beneficial for us. It helps to bring balance. It's soothing. It can be very creative as well. Go for it. What is it that you're going for? And I like that it's sat right next to this. We're still saying go for it. This idea, this epiphany, this awakening, this change, the release from something. the time is ripe. Go for it. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path. I think when they say stay on your present path, and we saw the major arcana come in that was all about release, which doesn't seem to be saying the same thing. I think this present path, or go for it, is the idea or concept of this newness, and it could be for some of you around relationships, or it could be around entrepreneurial things such as a new work environment or idea or concept. Oh, that was a jumper out. You're deploying thinking around the subject or around yourself at the moment, and to think is to construct, and to construct means forming something and bringing it into a reality. So our thoughts are realities, but if they only remain thoughts and we don't put them down into word like this on this book that she's holding, then we sometimes miss the opportunities, and we sometimes don't fully form these thoughts. So writing things down, journaling them, communicating them with someone else, sharing them, bringing them into the real proper energy field will help to make more sense of it for you. A little bit of rest and rejuvenation. Some of you may have had chest or neck issues, lung issues. You could benefit from white light healing therapies, meditation, Reiki, a good diet, balanced, plenty of sleep. This is for Pisces for June. Action and yin and yang. That's amazing. These two came out together. They emulate each other completely. This is black and white, yin and yang. This is, the cards have said a double message here. This is about feeling balance in things, and the more balance we're in, the more flow we're in. The more flow we're in, the more manifestation we have. The more manifestation, the more things happen. It's like a self-prophesizing energy field. It all activates itself one after the next. It's like you start a row of dominoes and you push that first domino over and all the rest fall over in a logical pattern, and it creates energy, movement and flow. That's what these are sort of talking about. So whether or not some of you need to bring action or energy or balance into your life, or whether it is there and you can activate it and pull on it to create these force fields, which are very powerful, and they push you forward in a momentum that nothing can stop. This is the action card, meaning there is action around you, there's ideas, there's movement. This is possibly travel. It can mean higher understanding or awareness, which is what can sometimes happen when we go through the process of release over here. We grow, we move into the next step, the next phase. This can be like a chariot card, meaning cars, travel, work, interviews, applications, sometimes moving house. And the yin and the yang, well, as we say, complete balance and harmony in all fields of all aspects of your life. So whether or not you need to bring more balance in, or you are feeling the flow of balance and manifestation. There's a lot of really good messages coming from the cards that are here. And I see he's just turned up. The healer of the ages. Very nice. And then the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, has also turned up. And I think we will stop on those cards because they're giving off such a powerful energy. There's healing coming in. The healing could be connected to the release, to letting something go, to a cycle that is coming to an end. And it could be a health-related cycle. It could be a relationship cycle. It could be a cycle of a career or some creative endeavors or financial endeavors. The healer often talks about healing health or our soul, like the wounded soul. And we are going through a time of immense karmic change. That's what we are working through at the deep side of life at the moment. So there's a propensity there for that to be going on in the background. The fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, in the throat area. The throat can be physical healing from something like a cold or a virus or a sore throat or a thorax or lung infection or a chest infection or heart infection. Some of you definitely need to bolster your physical bodies with good vitamins and minerals and take some time out and get plenty of sleep and rest. But for others, this is the ability to heal the speaking part of our soul, and so that people listen to you, or that you can feel that you can speak your truth. So there is a healing possibly taking place through this, and it might be at this state of release that you guys are all in a phase where you are saying, I'm going to stand up and be heard. I'm going to speak my truth. I want people to understand who I am or what I want. Some of you may have been unable to speak before for various reasons, or afraid to speak up. Your voice may have been taken from you through situations. You may feel as though you were misheard or misconstrued, or people took your words and put them in a wrong manner.